Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that most of us have and all of us want to avoid. And what I'm talking about are triggers. Even that word might create a feeling inside of you that says, oh, okay, this makes me uncomfortable. We see people putting a trigger warning on posts on social media. Someone might kind of say something before they're going to say something to let people know, hey, I'm going to talk about something that might create pain for some of you. So, sometimes it's nice to have those warnings, but in reality, we don't get those in real life, right? We can just be going along, minding our own business, and something happens that triggers us. And a trigger can be something internal, as in our own thoughts can trigger us. We can get stuck in a thought loop about something that creates a reminder, a negative feeling about something traumatic or difficult in our past. Our triggers can also come in external forms by an action or words from someone else. And as I'm saying this, maybe you're already thinking about a time when you have felt triggered and what that means to you and what that actually felt like in your body. And so what I want you to think about actually is, why is this happening to me? Because the reason would be going back to something that is unresolved for you, something that happened that created a bad feeling for you, and that wasn't processed or somehow kind of given you any closure or relief to. So that is why we end up being triggered. I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, what's a good example? And this is a very minor example, but I think that it might help kind of just give you the perspective of what's actually happening when this occurs. In the wintertime, my fingers will get really dry and kind of the skin at the tip of my thumbs will kind of split open. And they are incredibly sore when it's like that. And it feels like it's so hard for it to heal. And just bumping it the wrong way can send this kind of shockwave through my body. And it's such a minor little cut, but yet it creates this intense pain. So imagine if you had something that was not minor in your past, something really difficult, and that it got kind of touched and created that trigger. If that intense pain could happen from something small, what's happening when it's something much bigger for us? So I want you to think about that, because there's relief. There's a way to get that wound to heal. And that comes in the form of emotional processing, which I talk about all the time, but I really believe it's so critical. If we want to really live the life that we want and to feel happy and just, comfortable and at peace with ourselves and balanced, we have to face those things. Leaving them, over here in the past is good to a degree. We don't want to constantly relive it, but we need to sometimes address it so that we can process it, so that we can leave it there and take the lessons or whatever we've learned from those experiences and bring that knowledge with us into the future. And so just wanted to share this information about triggers and why they're happening for us, and to just tell you that you're not alone. We've all got them in one way, shape, or form. Whether it was something major that we are having a large trigger response to, or something even minor, comparing it to that tiny little cut that's like, oh, that doesn't look like much, but you could really have big feelings about something that you might think is not something. Does that make sense? Because it did create a feeling for you, and that is what we need to honor. We need to honor the feeling and allow it to be processed so that we can move forward, because that's our goal, always our goal, to move forward. So if you would like to have any more information on emotional processing, you can visit my website at jennifer-riggs.com. Also my book, Free from the Cage, that I always talk about, which goes over different ways to begin that process, to work through those feelings. You can find that book there, as well as other tools. You can sign up for my email list and get a free downloadable workbook that we'll go over. It's actually all the exercises from in that book. And you can, kind of test that out to see, does this book look like something I want to read? So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.